Good morning, guys. Welcome back to NextGen Wealth Tips. We're going to be talking about the stock market today. Happy Monday. Hopefully you guys made some money today. We're going to start off with Trump team is seeking to ease rules for self-driving cars. This means big for the stocks because Tesla actually went up over 8%. In the pre-market, it went up over 8%, and right now it is just growing so much. What does this mean for Tesla and other EV companies? It can enable cars to be controlled without human controls, which means robo-taxi and other companies that just wants to do the Uber thing where they just pick you up. You don't have to touch anything. Or if you want your own car because you work, you don't really need to have a chauffeur or anything. You can just have your own car take you everywhere. It's going to make the stock go up even more long term when they can actually come out with the cars, because the first robotaxi, they're going to have, steering wheels and stuff like that, but they want in the future to have no human controls and you just basically just getting in and getting out, no control at all. But this made the shares go up 8% and might even rally up tomorrow. So keep this on your list for tomorrow. Well, speaking of the Trump rally, let's go back. Let's go over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin broke the 90K again. Not really too bad. It's not at its highs anymore, but it is kind of slowing down with the normal Trump rally. But with all the new rules and everything coming out, you're probably going to see Bitcoin and everything else coming out once they come out with more rules and they talk about it more. I think Bitcoin is still a little bit overpriced. I'd probably wait a little bit because the hype is going to die down. We're probably not going to have what Trump wants right now anyway, so you're probably going to see the stock go down. You might even see it go all the way down to the 80s. I don't know if it'll go down more, but 80K is still asking for a lot. But I'd just wait before I get in. At least 80K, maybe even 85. But I'd be a little patient with the Bitcoin if you don't have too much money to put into it, and you don't want to really lose money because back in the day it was at 60 grand and then went up to 70 and then it went back down. A lot of people lost money, and I don't want you guys losing money doing the same thing. So Nvidia had a big dip today. Now basically just rallied out from pre-market price. All right, so basically the Blackwell chips are basically overheating whenever they connect with another like when they're connected in the servers with multiple other Blackwell chips. It's a big problem because you don't really want to see this with NVIDIA, you don't want to see it at all. So the stock did indeed drop because of that. But yeah, so basically the stock did indeed drop, but it is kind of rallying back, which is a good thing, good sign. And earnings is coming up Wednesday. I do have a full video explaining earnings, explaining everything about that. So if you want to go check that out, you can go check that out. But just a little summary, man. Depending on if you're bullish or bearish, some key notes to know about NVIDIA is the overheating is a kind of an issue right now and might bring up some problems later on if they can't fix it now. Another thing is that you got to know is that the Blackwell chips are actually booked up for the next 12 months, which is a good thing because that means a lot of people are ordering them. A lot of people want them. It's not, NVIDIA is not losing profits or anything like that. But one thing that you got to understand is that NVIDIA is not going to grow like it grew last year. Last year it grew a bunch, and you're not going to see the same numbers that you've seen last year, but you're going to see similar, you're going to still see it going up, but now NVIDIA is at number one. Unlike last year, where last year we're just coming up, So at number one, you have a lot of room for failure with NVIDIA. I'm not even going to lie. So you got to really look at it like that. You got to understand that when is at its tops, it has to impress people with their numbers. So honestly, in my opinion, I might play earnings, I might not. I don't recommend playing earnings at all because honestly, it can be great numbers, and it happened in the past. It can be great numbers and it still falls. So I recommend just being careful, understanding everything about it, and don't rush the process. Just play after earnings, honestly. Just be patient when trading, and you should make some money either way with earnings, But with that being said, NVIDIA is indeed going to move the market because it is number one. It passed Apple, So basically, SPY, I look at SPY. I look at other people in this sector. Speaking of SPY, as you can see, it kind of moved with NVIDIA today, except for right here. It did kind of rally up, but it kind of had a little dip and then it went back up. as you can see. There's an estimate that SPY will grow around 14.1% next year, which is kind of insane because it's been growing around like, I think 10%, I think, year after year. So this is pretty good. And I mean, with the SPY moving with kind of NVIDIA and all the bigger people, you want to look into it even more. Try and get it at some low points if you really want to. I really think it's going to hit 600 by the end of the year if we can keep doing good. And honestly, if NVIDIA can just blow numbers away somehow, we might be able to see maybe 590 again, some all-time highs on the SPY. But my opinion, I'd wait for it to drop. I think 585 is a good number, especially now, because honestly, I don't even think we'll see 585 for the rest of the week. I mean, we might see it go down depending on how NVIDIA does, but I think 585 is a good number to look at. But yeah, today it did pretty good. SPY's just kind of scary because how much money you can really lose and win at the same time. So I'd be careful doing some options. But if you're in it for the long run, I think I'll wait a little bit because it is still kind of, it's not overpriced, but it is kind of overpriced at the same time. So yeah. But yeah, guys, let me know what stocks you guys want me to look at. We might look at more tomorrow, but today it's just the main stocks that I kind of paid attention to and what I've seen move the most today. We do got some other ones like Walmart and stuff like that. But we might look at those tomorrow. But yeah, smash that like button, subscribe. Let me know how much y'all made today. And see you guys in the next video. Daily videos. Make sure y'all tune in every single day. Love you guys. Peace out.